It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you.
Beat down, you can catch a beat down, beat down, beat down, you can catch a beat down, beat down, beat down, you can catch a beat down, beat down, beat down, you can catch a beat down. First round pick, ayy, you ain't gotta reach now, coming from my squad, ayy, you can catch a beat down, still current defense, you can't get a first down, hit it like a parlay, I just need a touchdown, touch back, get back, lay 'em out, stretch that, Super Bowl parade, Ill City getting paid. It's the underground, gotta take it to the grave. It's the beat down, time to break it all down. Yeah, beat down, you can catch a beat down, beat down, you can catch a beat down, beat down, you can catch a beat down, beat down, you can catch a beat down. Yeah, you know what it is, baby. It's your host, Filthy Rich. Yeah, this is the Underground Sports Show, baby. We live all the time, man. Call into the show, 412-407-2744. You know what I'm saying? Get up in the chat. Let me know you in the house. You know what I'm saying? Don't catch a beat down. Yeah. Whole bunch to talk about tonight. You know how we do, man. Sports Week in Review. Right here on the Underground, man. The best sports show in your city, my city, any city. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. What's the deal? Yo, it's your boy Filthy Rich once again, man. The host of the Underground Sports Show. I appreciate y'all hopping up in here. If you up in here, man, shout me out. Let me know you in the house. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got a lot to talk about tonight. A whole lot to talk about. But y'all know the main topic, man. Y'all know the main topic. Aaron freaking Rodgers, baby. Aaron Rodgers back in town, man. Back in town. Is it Mr. Rogers' neighborhood or what, man? Or what? Y'all let me know, man, because this is crazy, bruh. Y'all remember this is a classic right here. Take your sweater off. Take your slippers off. It's okay, man. It's okay to watch the season. You might be mad. But I think it might be Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, man. Everything we wanted, we didn't get.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please?
Come on, please.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
Mr. Rogers, baby. Hey, we got another Mr. Rogers in town. He look like he's here to stay, man. Salute, Pittsburgh Big Dog, and we in the house, baby. Yes, sir. It's the Underground Sports Show. Everybody make sure to go watch SC Sports World 2 on Sunday night, because I know they're going to be on this same topic right here. We ain't going to be able to talk about it for a minute, okay? But you see the question of the day, man. Is it Mr. Rogers' neighborhood or what? Basically, I'm asking, is you happy or what, man? I tell you one thing, man. I'm one of those people, when I hear this term closure, I'm usually like, man, people just be saying that I need closure, But you know what? I'm so happy So happy that we got closure on this situation. Now, am I happy about Mr. Rogers coming back to play in our neighborhood? No, I'm not. But at the same time, I am relieved with the closure. Now we know our situation and we can move on. Time to buy in totally, right? We done had the draft. We bickered. We done bickered about Aaron Rodgers, coming back or not all this time. We done bickered about who's going to be Drew Allard or Will Howard. We done bickered about everything. But it's about that time to buy in. Y'all see the weather out here today. It's getting warm. It's getting hot. It's getting hazy. And it's almost time for football, man. You can smell it. Pittsburgh Big Dog in the chat says, F.A.Rod, man, off-season disappointments continue. Woo! Hey, man, but you know what? You might be right, man. You might be right, but, I don't know how much of a choice the Steelers had. It ain't like we didn't know this, though. We was not fooled with this one. We might have been fooled by the draft. We definitely got fooled by the draft, right? But this Aaron freaking Rodgers situation, I don't think none of us was dumb enough to know that it was going to happen, right? That this Aaron Rodgers situation was going to happen. Now, they said it was about money. Aaron Rodgers wound up getting $22 million guaranteed, $25 million with incentives, and I was right on the money with my evaluation, okay? We all heard Charlie Batch throw out $30 million, and I said, no way. Even though $30 million, he might be worth it because these quarterbacks are getting paid a lot of money. A lot of quarterbacks played worse than Aaron Rodgers, made a lot more money than him, okay? Especially the $15 million, and they made more than $30 million. So Aaron Rodgers was worthy of asking for the $30 million, okay? Didn't mean he was going to get it. Nobody in Pittsburgh wanted that to happen, including the Rooneys. But they did meet Aaron Rodgers in the middle, and that's how you what's the word I'm looking for? That's how you negotiate, right? That's how you negotiate. You aim high, and hopefully they meet you somewhere in the middle where you're thinking about anyway. So Aaron Rodgers asked for $30 million, wound up getting $22 million guaranteed. I will say this, Aaron Rodgers definitely deserved the raise, man. We can say F.A.Rod all we want, but his play on the field definitely deserved a raise, okay? His leadership last year, did he slip up here and there? Yeah, but I think a lot of the times he was screaming at cats, it was kind of justified, man. Wide receiver room wasn't that great. Tight ends, like Jonnu Smith all over the place, and a lot of people thought he threw them under the bus, but when you really go back and look at the play, A-Rod had the right to be wrong, okay? Now, did he make his mistakes? Of course he did. He's still A-Rod. A-Rod made a lot of mistakes over his career. A lot of mistakes. This is why last year I started out this A-Rod thing with, can A-Rod pull a John Elway? Another guy that made a lot of mistakes over the years in playoffs and all that like that, but finally won 2 Super Bowls late in his career. When he was over the hill and the team had to drag him, but he still was a leader. He still knew what to do with the ball at the right time, okay? And that's what the Rooneys and Omar Khan and McCarthy want with A-Rod, okay? Now, I know we got a new coach, Mike McCarthy, okay? We got White Mike now. No more Black Mike. It's White Mike. But McCarthy does not want to have a losing season in his first season as the Steelers head coach, right? He does not want that. After Mike Tomlin held it down all this time, I don't want to be the guy to walk in the door and lose, okay? Have our first losing season. That was just not a Mike Tomlin record. I told y'all the whole 2 years, the past 2-3 years, when you didn't care about Mike Tomlin's record, I told y'all that was not just a Mike Tomlin record. It was a Steelers record also, okay? And the Rooneys in the organization had pride in that non-losing season streak, as you should. I know a lot of you guys poo-poo on it because you want to shit on Mike Tomlin, or you wanted to You have a bad record so we can get a good quarterback in the draft? Well, there's no guarantees in that anyway, and I like my streaks, man. I like winning. No matter if it ends up in the Super Bowl, we got a couple up in there, so that don't matter, all right? Well, Mike McCarthy's in town, and he don't want to be the guy to make the Steelers fall off the rail. He don't want to be that guy. And Aaron Rodgers is the key to that, because we all know Drew Allard ain't going to do that, and we all know we don't know nothing about Mr. Will Howard as much as we all wanted Will Howard to get his chance, right? I'm with y'all on that. We all wanted Will Howard to get his chance, but don't look like it's happening, man. Don't look like it's happening. It's definitely Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, all right? So we're going to deep dive tonight into our Steeler focus, man. You know we got to do that. You know we got to do that. Looks like Mr. Rogers is the new GM in Pittsburgh, and that's how everybody thought, right? From the local media to the worldwide media, that was the image. That was what everybody was saying. Aaron Rodgers is running the Steelers. The Steelers are letting Aaron Rodgers do whatever he want to do, right? But what does Aaron Rodgers do for 2 years in a row? Fall right in line, right? And I told y'all this whole time, Aaron Rodgers was never the general manager of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was never running shit. He's just a veteran quarterback who they didn't need around and got much more publicity by having him think about it, right? As long as Aaron Rodgers was thinking about it, the national media had to think about it. The local media had to think about it. Hopefully I'm the one that talked Aaron Rodgers the least, because I knew it the whole time. The only time I talked about Aaron Rodgers, I was repeating what I'm repeating right now. This was all to get the media hyped up and get the Pittsburgh Steelers in your mouth. That's what it was. All news is good news in the media. All news is good news. So yes, the Steelers captivated the media. Now we got big time primetime games. And we are must watch this season. I told y'all, no matter if Aaron Rodgers came back or if he didn't come back, the Steelers was must watch. Because they wanted to see us fall if he didn't come. They want to see us fall if he comes too. Or some people want to see A-Rod win. Now, when is it time to buy in? Like I said earlier, is it about that time? Pittsburgh Big Dog, it don't sound like it's about that time for you, man. F-A-Rod, that's what you're saying. But I'm going to put money on it, Pittsburgh Big Dog, that you ain't going to be saying F-A-Rod for too long. Soon as this preseason begins, soon as you get warmed up, you're going to be ready to go as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, okay? And we're hitting the reset button, the same as last year, right? But is it the same as last year? Is it? Let's just talk. Let's just listen to some talk from Pro Football Talk real quick, and let's bounce off of this and get into what it's going to be like this year with Aaron Rodgers signing his new contract, all right?
Aaron Rodgers is back with the Pittsburgh Steelers, agreeing to terms just before the start of this year's OTA sessions. It actually gives him more time in the offseason program to spend with the Steelers, the teammates, the coaching staff, than he did last year when he didn't show up until the very end for the mandatory minicamp. So it took a while to get there. There was a lot of speculation as to what was going to happen. But at the end of the day, the Steelers needed Rodgers, and Rodgers needed the Steelers. No one else was throwing him a starting job. And without him, let's face it, and all due respect to Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, Drew Aller, they would have been screwed without Aaron Rodgers. Now they at least have a chance to be competitive. What does competitive mean? Does it mean 10-7, playoff berth, and a one and done? That's still better than bottoming out, although some Steelers fans would just as soon bottom out so they could get themselves in position to get not a Band-Aid at the quarterback position, but a long-term answer. That long-term answer won't be coming until 2027 at the earliest, because for 2026, it's Aaron Rodgers back for a second and probably final season in Pittsburgh.
All right, so there you have it. Aaron Rodgers back for another season in Pittsburgh. Our new quarterback won't be coming until 2027. Now, I seen something very interesting not too long ago, okay? on my favorite website for the draft, Tankathon, and 2027 NFL mock draft has 4 quarterbacks going in the first round, okay? They got the Dolphins with the first round pick. Of course, this is super future mock. But Arch Manning, Dante Moore second going to the Cardinals, Julian Sayin going to the Jets third, and 10th, C.J. Carr out of Notre Dame, quarterback, going to the Pittsburgh Steelers with the 10th pick in the draft, right? So Tankathon here is basically saying that the Steelers will not make the playoffs, get the 10th pick in the draft, and pick another quarterback next year. Now, I know a lot of y'all think that we should just throw darts at the board to get a quarterback over and over and over again. But going back to the draft, that's kind of what pissed me off about the draft, man. Picking Drew Aller so early. You still got Will Howard from last year. You still got Mason Rudolph, who you invested in for years. Why? When you know you got Aaron Rodgers coming back, why are we wasting this pick on Drew Aller, man? Worst pick of the draft to me, because we knew our situation. We all knew it. Pittsburgh Big Dog in the chat says, I'm always down for the Steelers, but hate A-Rod's arrogance. Yes, showing up teammates and standing back with his hands on his hips. With 10 teammates trying to put tush push, he washed. Look, man. It's hard to say wash when you take a team to the playoffs who everybody thought wasn't going to make the playoffs after playing for the Jets and not being able to take them to the playoffs because of their organization, and to be able to level his game up and put it together. And Aaron Rodgers could have made the Pro Bowl last year. Remember, you had Shedeur Sanders in the Pro Bowl last year. So Aaron Rodgers, only because he was old, he didn't go to the Pro Bowl and play flag football, right? So Aaron Rodgers had a good little season last year. So to me, not wanting Aaron Rodgers to come back wasn't about his arrogance, even though I feel you. It wasn't about standing up teammates, because I think the Pittsburgh Steelers needed a little bit of that on offense. They really did. They needed a leader. They needed somebody to kick them in the ass. We had a whole bunch of dudes just bullshit the year before. Now, coaching had something to do with that, but still, I didn't like it. I didn't feel like we had a true leader in Russell Wilson. I'm sorry. Justin Fields, definitely not. Kenny Pickett, no. Couldn't lead himself. So A-Rod came in as a leader, and I liked it that. But in the chat, Pittsburgh Big Dog says how he looked in the Houston game. Definitely. Houston made everybody look bad, though, or against any good D last year. You're right. None of that went to the offensive coordinator, though. He was worse than Matt Canada, motherfucker, last year. I can't even remember his name. He's so damn bad. I forgot his name by half the season was over. Horrible. Brought in 3 tight ends, didn't even use them. Definitely didn't use the best one. So when McCarthy at the helm, he's already said he's calling plays. When McCarthy at the helm, I do think Aaron Rodgers is even going to look better this year. Now, what kind of shape is he in? Going on 42-year-old? You might be right. He might be wash this year. That's still up in the air. But I don't know about last year, man, being washed. I was pretty impressed with Aaron Rodgers beating Baltimore twice. I mean, you want to call somebody washed, man. Lamar Jackson, that ain't look good for you, letting Aaron Rodgers beat you twice. And I'm going to say you had even teams, man. You got a Hall of Fame running back behind you. You got a joystick at wide receiver in Zay Flowers. Defense pretty bad, but that was on them. You put them in a lot of bad positions, too. Oh, yeah, Arthur Smith was horrible, Pittsburgh Big Dog says, but somehow he got an Ohio State offensive coordinator job. Yeah, you know, nepotism. They only want to talk about LeBron when it's nepotism, though. We're going to get into LeBron in a little bit. All right. Jackie in the chat says Roger can still sling the pill. Yes, he can, man. Hey, man, that ball he threw up, Calvin Austin to win that Baltimore game. He threw a couple darts. What was it? The Minnesota game. He threw the dart overseas, the DK Metcalf, and he took off. He threw another one like that in the Miami game on Monday night. Hey, man, Aaron Rodgers threw a dart to Pat Freiermuth that he dropped in the one game. Oh, man, that one on the sideline was crazy. So, yeah, man. I think Aaron Rodgers still slinging that pill, like Jackie said in the chat. He ain't the GM though, man. The real GM, the Roonies, the owners, they wanted this all the whole time, man. They wanted this. All right, now let's look at something else, man. The QB caravan we got sitting here, man. We're gonna get into some preseason because it's coming up, man. OTAs is Monday on the 18th. That's why Rodgers signed up. I doubt if he does a lot of that practice, but let's talk about our quarterback caravan we got going on, okay? Of course, who's driving the caravan? Aaron Rodgers, man. Jackie in the chat says Coach can go to Ohio State and look good. They always do, don't they? Yeah, that's true, man. They had some other coaches that was suspect at coordinator too. But yeah, let's look at our QB caravan. Of course, Mr. Rodgers is driving the QB caravan and sitting right behind him. Nobody's sitting shotgun. I tell you that right now. Nobody's sitting shotgun in the QB caravan that we got going on here in Pittsburgh. All right? Because ain't nobody stepping to Aaron Rodgers. We all know that. That's the easy move, right? But right behind, you know the caravan got the 3 rows, right? Right behind them, you got Drew Aller and Will Howard. All right? Now, the reason you got Mason Rudolph, of course, in the back seat is because Drew Aller and Will Howard, they both need their baby seats still, right? Will Howard ain't seen the field. He broke his pinky last year. And Drew Aller just... once again, man, I'm going to have to be wrong on this one if I'm wrong, and I'll take it, but worst pick in the draft, man. Now, not the whole draft, but at least the Steeler draft, man. Maybe he was up there in the draft. A lot of people not liking Will Aller at all. And let's get to a little bit of proof on that one. Let's check out some Aller comments. Right here. So let's go. Check this video out. This is a good one.
The 76th overall pick, Penn State's very own Drew Aller, is headed to the Steel City. The Pittsburgh Steelers. His former teammate Joey Porter Jr. made the announcement, along with his dad, the great Steelers great Joey Porter. And you can see Rand here with Brian McFadden and Pete Briscoe. B-Mac, 2-time Super Bowl champ with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm a Steelers fan.
Like a professional, Ray. And let Ryan finish his point, please. His question.
But the point,
I'm not asking you. I don't expect anything.
Do you want to give your honest opinion, or do you want us to start and come back to you?
Come back to me.
Okay.
I want to hear these great.
Here's the question I'll put to you, because Pete doesn't want to have a serious conversation about this. Explain to me how Drew Aller, who got hurt midway through the season and struggles with consistency, although he's built like you want your quarterback to build, how is he better than last year's 6th-round pick Will Howard for the Steelers?
I'll say this, and it's just my personal opinion. I do think Drew Aller has better natural passing ability than Will Howard.
Okay.
Right? And I'm looking at Will Howard's body of work from Kansas State to his 1 year at Ohio State. Drew Aller is a better natural passer of the football than that. However, we're still talking about an injured quarterback, right, who didn't finish the season for his team. I don't know where his health is and what he's going to be able to do for them in this offseason program. You currently have a quarterback that you're hoping is going to be your starter in Aaron Rodgers that's not there, right? And so, again, for me, especially at this juncture and having as many third-round picks as you have, I think there were better players ahead of him that you could have taken. Now, you got multiple.
Aha. And that was my point about Drew Aller. And I think that's a lot of our point. We wanted to help this team. We knew A-Rod was coming back. No faking the funk, man. We knew A-Rod was coming back. So why not build this team and leave Will Howard? Now, next year, if we going to draft a quarterback in 2027, what? We got a 3rd-round pick we about to waste, too, if we pick a quarterback in the 1st round next year? So what are we doing, man? What are we doing? Once again, Mason Rudolph's in the backseat of the caravan, though, right? In the chat, Tom Holiday says, any praise for Rodgers shows the bar is way too low. Shaking my head. Hey, man, hey. The bar might be, I don't know if the bar's low, the talent's low at quarterback, though. So, it ain't about praising Aaron Rodgers. It's more about, to me, the Steelers ain't trying to lose. The Roonies ain't trying to lose. No matter what y'all want, they not listening to us. We wanted to hit the reset button with Will Howard. They said no, bring in Drew Aller. We wanted a young coach. They said no, bring in Mike McCarthy. We wanted a QB battle between Drew Aller and Will Howard. They said no, bring back Aaron Rodgers. So they're not listening to us, man. Still City Luke in the chat says old ass A-Rod gonna be just older, slower, and more fragile. Man, he only got one game last year. F that wash narcissistic guy. Oh man, hey, look here, man. This is your Pittsburgh Steelers. This is what they chose. At what point do you buy in, though? This is the point, man. You got to do it now. Because you can't be talking junk, and then once the playoffs come and we make a run, and it's looking like Aaron Rodgers might pull a John Elway, it's too late for you to be on the bandwagon. Now. You gotta buy in at some point. It's your team. If it's your team, it's your team. All right? So that QB caravan we got two cats in their baby seats, and we got Mason Rudolph in the back. Mom probably took the he's so old. Mom probably took the back seat out. He just get to chill in the back with no seatbelt on. He about to graduate. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's room for Mason Rudolph, unfortunately. Wasted pick himself. Never stepped on the field. 3rd round pick. Never stepped on the field for the Pittsburgh Steelers as a starter. And if we pick a quarterback next year, one of these dudes, 6th round pick, 3rd round pick, is never going to see the field for the Pittsburgh Steelers again. All right, let's go back to the draft a little more, man. Let's talk about my man Mad Max E. Hornishore, man. We're gonna get into our Steeler focus here. We just going with it, man. We just going with it. We're gonna keep talking about the Steelers. We're gonna do a quick review on the draft. Get into some more, see who can help us out, man. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you up in here. You know what I'm saying? Call into the show too, man. You know that. We live. Hit us up, 412-407-2744. All right, let's talk about Mad Max, man. I've been taking some time, and I've been looking at Mad Max, and I'll be making a video here soon about my man Max E. Hornishore. And, you know, I'm starting to be real happy with what I'm seeing, okay? I knew I would be explaining this for a while. I'll still be talking about this into the season, I'm sure. Didn't like the draft pick. I didn't like the position in the draft that was picked. I did want that wide receiver. And then if they didn't go wide receiver 1, I was cool with. But if they went 2 and 3, I'd be happy. At least get 2 wide receivers in the draft. They failed to do that. So Mad Max, as I'm looking at Maxie Hornishore, he's really looking like a good player to me, okay? Very aggressive. And one thing I noticed about him, which you should expect from a Nigerian, his parents didn't even want him to play football. They were mad at Max for going to a junior college instead of a big college right away because he wanted to play football. And the only way he was going to play football without playing football in high school is to go to a junior college. So he convinced his parents to go to a junior college to let me play football. I'll level up in a minute, Mom. I promise you. Nigerians, we all know, Nigerians is about that brain, man. They about getting that job. The sports is secondary. But he convinced his mom, look, Mom, I'm telling you, I got it. And man, Max is now a #1 draft pick in the NFL. And he looks good, man. But his intelligence, you can see it on the field. Once again, I'll go over that some more and show y'all what I'm talking about when I make that Mad Max video, man. But I really do like Max. The only thing I had a problem with was I think we got a very crowded room. One of these first-round picks is not going to be on the field. I know one got a neck injury. I get that. But Dylan Cook was playing very well in his place. He already had an interview for 4 weeks, 5 weeks, really, if you include the playoffs, and only gave up 1 sack. Didn't give up a sack against Myles Garrett. And you can say he was dumping the ball off, whatever. Well, you know, the great Tom Brady used to dink and dunk. That was his shit. So, you know, dink and dunking can get you somewhere. As long as we're moving down the ball down the field, I'm cool. But yeah, Big Max, I'm ready to see Big Max out there, man. My thing is, what are we going to do? We're going to move Fontenot to the other side. In the chat, man, Jackie says Steelers always been suspect drafting QBs. True story. And also says he was a reach, but I'll take the game 1 in the trenches. Yeah, for sure. And it's not that he was a reach, really. I really think they had high hopes for Max. I really do. I just think, once again, it's a crowded room, and you could have got a tackle maybe somewhere else, especially a right tackle, maybe somewhere else, and then move Fontenot to the left, because it seems like that's what you're going to have to do anyway, right? Fontenot has to go to the left. Max is a right tackle. All the film I watch, he's on the right-hand side every time. So it's going to be tough just to throw him on the left-hand side, right? And Fontenot played a lot of left tackle in college, so it's time for him to go back, right? It's time for him to go back. But what do you do when Broderick Jones comes back healthy? I think Broderick Jones will at least be healthy by half the season. And what do you do with Dylan Cook? Does he move down to guard Dylan Cook? But you just drafted Dunker too. So a very crowded room, and I feel like that's okay. I think the offensive line was good next year. They better be better this year. They're going to be way better. I'm cool with having a good offensive line. I just wanted more weapons for old-ass Aaron Rodgers. Because at this point, I'm buying in. I was already buying in. I knew Aaron Rodgers was coming back. Jackie in the chat says the Steelers been losing in the trenches last few seasons on both sides of the ball. I disagree. Defense, I give you that. Offense, that was one of the best offensive lines in the league, man. Gotta look it up. Gotta check it out. Pro Football Focus got them ranked number 3. And I even disagree with that. They got them the 3rd best offensive line in the league. I put them in the top 10. I ain't gonna go as far as the 3rd best offensive line in the league. But, man, with a quarterback that can't move, they pretty much kept him upright. Josh Allen got sacked 40 times, bruh. Aaron Rodgers got sacked 29 times last year. 29 times. We got a Pro Bowl center. We got a tackle that I think should have made the Pro Bowl in Fontenot, who played very well his first season playing. I know it was his second season, but his first year playing, he played very well, right? I would love to keep him at right, but there's no way you can let that happen. I think the Steelers are cool in the trenches. And if they look great this year, it's not going to be an overnight thing. The only thing I was mad about really is like, why are we mixing up the chemistry? Why are we mixing up the chemistry? We all want the offensive line to gel, right? That's what they call it, gelling. Well, you put new dudes in there, you're going to have to gel again. You put dudes from the right to the left, you're going to have to gel again. We seen what happened with Broderick Jones. He was a left tackle in college. They put him on the right, looked like shit. As soon as they put him back on the left, he looked way better. Was he a world beater? No. But he looked better in his natural position. I tell you one thing, my man Mad Max looks way better on film than Broderick Jones did coming out of college. I will tell you that all day. All day. I'm going to say it right now. Max Ihonishore, way better than Broderick Jones. Unless Broderick Jones wake up here. It's up here with Broderick Jones. Big, tall, strong, no fat on the boy at all. Athletic. You said it the other day, Jackie. He could play tight end. As good as Darnell Washington do. But it's up here. When I see Ihonishore, Max, when I see him play on film, I see smart. I see smart. And I show y'all when I make the tape. It's better to show y'all more than I can tell y'all. All right, that's enough about Max, man. Let's move on to Jeremy Bernard, man. Another guy that is very interesting. Man, very interesting. From the very beginning, watching Jeremy Bernard, I'm thinking Deebo Samuels, man. That's my comp right there. Do what you do with that. But Deebo Samuels is 6 foot, 215 pounds. Okay? Jeremy Bernard is 6'1", 215 pounds. I'm sorry, 206 pounds. So body size, they are a lot alike. A lot alike. And let's go to some film and see if y'all kind of see what I see in Bernard. And when I say Deebo Samuels, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Because Jeremy Bernard looks very good to me, man. And he's going to be a complete slot receiver all day. Let's go to the chat real quick before we go to the film. Matter of fact, no, I'm going to let it run. We still going to get to the chat, though, real quick. Let's see. So Jeremy Bernard, you can see his abilities right here already. Let's go back real quick. Hold up, let's go back to the chat. In the chat, the door swings both ways. A QB can make an offensive line look good with dinks and dunks, okay. Also, the O-line is beauty. Then keep the QB upright. Yes, sir. Yeah, all that's true. You're right. Jackie in the chat says Steelers O-line ain't even top 10. Oh, bruh. Come on, man. That's just not true. I don't know what you're looking at. The offensive coordinator was horrible. Didn't call plays at the right time, but that line was the best. The receivers definitely ain't top 10. The running backs tried to be top 10. They didn't give Jaylen Warren the ball. He could have had 1,500 yards this year, you ask me. They wouldn't give him the ball. They wouldn't put Freiermuth on the field to get first downs when we needed him, so he's always getting off the field. But the O-line kept Aaron Rodgers healthy and clean. The only time he got hurt was in a Buffalo game, and that shit was his fault. He held on to the ball way too long on that play. Man, go look it up. Anyway, back to Jeremy Bernard, man. Y'all tripping. I'm telling you it was, bro. It was. It was definitely the best unit on offense. Take out the top 10, okay? I'm tripping, right? I'm tripping on the top 10. Who was the best unit on offense last year? Who was the best unit on offense? Not wide receiver. Y'all don't like Aaron Rodgers. It wasn't the running backs. Maybe Gainwell, but he was the MVP. Well, yeah, you got 70-something catches, you're going to be the MVP. But to me, that offensive line played well. But yeah, y'all see Jeremy Bernard breaking tackles, running backs, man. Okay. All right. Could have been. That's close. They had 1,500. How'd they get that 1,500? How'd they get that 1,500? O-line don't get no credit. Only giving up 29 sacks. Gainwell got MVP, that's true. But how did he get 400 yards rushing too? And how did Jaylen Warren almost get 1,000 yards rushing? And how did Aaron Rodgers only get sacked 29 times? The least sacks in the league was 23. The least sacks in the league was 23 last year. Trying to see, I know I had it somewhere. But yeah, it wasn't that far off, bro. They definitely top 10. By the end of the season, Dylan Cook, he only gave up 1 sack over there at left tackle. Shut down Myles Garrett. I don't know, man. I don't know what y'all tripping on. We going to be top 10 this year? I guarantee we top 10 this year. I'm going to put that on money right now. We top 10 next year. All right, so that's Jeremiah Bernard. I really think he's going to be a good wide receiver. Can he get to be the number 1 receiver? I think he's got a chance, man. I think he's got a chance. Like I said, I compliment Deebo Samuels. He's going to help us a lot this year. Still City Luke says running back did all that below average O-line. All right. When Najee Harris was there, his ass couldn't see. They still was doing all right that year. It wasn't that bad. His ass just couldn't see. This year, they wouldn't give Jaylen Warren the rock. Gainwell ain't that type of dude in between the tackles. He had some games. He did a little bit here and there. Dog, I don't see how y'all didn't see the offensive line playing well. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Y'all got me stuck on that. But anyway, we got a little help in the draft, our offensive line. Hopefully, my man Jennings Dunker can help out the offensive line since you think they were so trash. And Riley Nowakowski at tight end / fullback. I'm liking that about Mike McCarthy. Bringing in a fullback. Why not? right? That's what we begged for, okay? Now getting to Caleb Weegan, however you say his name, the special teams guy, the special teams punt returner we picked. I'm coming up with another video on that too. And we're going to get into him and dig deep because I got reasons for that. But I think this was a smart pick. We lost Calvin Austin III, who was our punt returner. Plus, we lost our whole special teams unit, period. Okay, so we needed to do a lot of special teams work. And we did a lot of that in the draft. Ever since we picked Caleb, every draft pick kind of after that, and a little bit before that, was a lot of special teams. A lot of it in this draft was special teams, okay? Caleb Weegan was definitely one of the best returners in college football history, all right? So if he can turn into the guy he was in college, this is really going to help the Steelers, okay? We have never had a guy like this before, at least this prolific coming out of college come to the Steelers. And special teams we know can help you. Good field position, couple free touchdowns here and there. Let's take it, Weegan. Let's get some, all right? Eli Heinrich, we all know what he can do, looking like Christian McCaffrey. Hopefully he can help us on some special teams also. I guarantee he's starting out kick returner. I can see that him and Caleb back there on kick returns. Also, Dalen Everett and Robert Spears Jennings. I also think they picked those two dudes not to play on first, second, and third down, but on special teams. We need new gunners. Even though we still got Skoronerick around, we definitely need a new gunner on the other side. So I expect one of these guys to step up, especially like a Dalen Everett, who's a third-round pick, and there really ain't much room for him to play cornerback. Maybe he might squeeze into the nickel a little bit, but we shall see what he got. But final thoughts on the draft, man. I'm still giving him a B. I really would like to have another wide receiver and no Drew Aller. We all knew Aaron Rodgers was coming back, so I really don't see the reason for the Drew Aller. But we'll see what comes out of that. But we'll definitely be waiting for next year because it's Mr. Rodgers' neighborhood, and there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. There's nothing we can do about it, man. So it's time to buy in. Let's go to halftime real quick, and we're going to get around the league after that, talk a little more Steelers, of course. And we'll be right back, man. It's halftime. Ow. Yeah. Hang in there, man. It's the Underground Sports Show, man. Call into the show. We live all the time. Talk your sports, talk your shit, man. I ain't heard from nobody yet, man. Let's go. Yeah. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. It ain't over till it's over. Pull back, run you over. It's the halftime show. We need a turnover. Pick six. It's your boy Filthy Rich. Turn me up in this bitch. Hit the like button. That's the right button. Call in to the show if you know something, but you probably know nothing. Not my fault that you're playing for the wrong team, wrong scheme. Strike you out like Paul schemes. It was all a dream. You never gonna win a thing. Nah. Yeah, you know what it is. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. Yeah, it's your boy Filthy Rich, man, on the Underground Sports Show. Big Steeler focus today, man. Yeah, we're going to get back into it because I got a lot to say, a lot more to say. Hey, man, I could go on for hours, for real. Call into the show, man. We live all the time, 412-407-2744. It's the Underground Sports Show, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. And you know what else? Man, hit the cash app, man. Yeah. Ow, support the show, man. Hit the Cash App, Underground 2525, man. We're going to get a PlayStation 5 giveaway going on, man, in week 8 of the Steelers season, man. So don't forget to support the show, Underground 2525, man. It could be coming right back to you, man. The only way to get in on the PS5 giveaway, man, is to support the show. All right, so that's Underground 2525. But I got something for y'all, man. So y'all want to just keep talking shit on my Steelers offensive line, man. Where are y'all at, man? Here we go right here. Based on 2025 in-season analysis, the Pittsburgh offensive line was widely considered a top 10 unit. I didn't have to go to Google, but y'all made me because y'all think I'm lying to y'all. All right? It was a top 10 unit, with Pro Football Focus ranking them as the third best in the NFL at an 85 grade. All right? Following the 2025 regular season, the unit was anchored by young talents, including second-year players Zach Frazier and Mason McCormick. All right? Mason McCormick, another third-round pick out the cut. You know what I'm saying? Jackrabbits, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Pass blocking, ranked second in NFL at PFF pass blocking efficiency, 88.8. Performance, allowed only 17 sacks over 596 pass blocking snaps. All right? Consistency, despite injuries causing a shuffle, the line finished as one of the most reliable units in the league, up from previous season. All right, I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been telling people all year while they was playing, the offensive line was the best unit on this offense, man. And there ain't no other way around it. It is what it was. I don't really understand why fans couldn't see that. We made the playoffs with Aaron old-ass Rodgers. And the O-line, that's the first thing that got to play well. You got an old-ass quarterback. Ask John Elway, because that's where Aaron Rodgers is going to have to be this year. You're going to have to pull out the John Elway, man. Not the Joe Montana with the Chiefs. Not that, man. F them stats. Well, we saw the game. Line was so average. Steelers used 2 high picks in line. That's the same, you know what? That's the same thing y'all said about JPJ. And 2 years later, he's the best corner in the league. Y'all said, we watching the game. He's whack. He's terrible. All pass interference here and here and here. One of the best in the league, bruh. And now you can't deny it at this point because you didn't seen it for too long. Once again, my offensive line this year will repeat as a top 10 offensive line, bruh. I guarantee you that, especially with these additions. So I'm cool with the additions. I'm not mad at the players. I just wanted a wide receiver because we was already good. We was already good, and we jailed already. We was good. I don't get it. That's the only reason I was mad at the Max pick. But Max, great pick, man, because he's a good player. He's a good player. He really is. But if you're willing to throw a couple linemen away, throw some picks away, I don't like it. That's why we not the Eagles right now. That's why we not the Eagles. It's not Aaron Rodgers' fault. At least not all of it. He definitely played better than Russell Wilson. Uncle in the chat says players have to develop. They do have to develop, and they need time to gel, especially the offensive line. I thought they did that last year. Maybe I'm looking at a different TV screen than y'all. A lot of people said the Steelers wasn't making the playoffs last year. I told them, now, hell no. A lot of people thought Mike Tomlin was having his first losing season. I said, hell no. And guess what? This team right here is better than last year's team. Better than last year's team. Let's look at some guys that must step up if this is going to work, though. Okay? Let's talk about some guys that must step up if this is going to work. First, we're going to start out with the big money. TJ Watt, gotta step your game up, baby. Gotta step your game up. Everybody's talking trade. Everybody's talking about we wasted our money on you. It's time for you to step your game up, man. If we want to pull a John Elway and the Denver Broncos and win this, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and win a Super Bowl with an old quarterback, because like I told y'all, it's time to buy in. It's time to buy in. If we want to win this Super Bowl, TJ Watt, you got to be better than that, man. You got to be better than the last 2 years. And I don't know if he got it in him, but something got to shake. Something got to shake for TJ Watt. You got to get your mojo back, man. We just need it for one more year, man. One more year, because without TJ Watt, it just ain't the same, man. Now, he's still getting his turnovers and stuff like that, but we need that sack total up, and we need to get that pressure on the quarterback, man. We really do. So we'll take the turnovers, though, still, TJ Watt. Pittsburgh Big Dog says this team is better, but so is every other team in the AFC North is better. You're right, and we about to get right to that in a minute. Unc says, who is the real OC of the Steelers this upcoming season? It's Coach McCarthy. Easy. He said it out of his own mouth. I'll be calling the plays. Now, speaking of offense and coordinators, hopefully he'll be able to do a better job with DK Metcalf. Now, one thing about Aaron Rodgers coming back, that's a good thing, is that DK Metcalf and him had a little rhythm. They started to figure out a little rhythm, or at least they've played together at least for one season. And he don't have to start all over with another quarterback. DK Metcalf got enough problems himself to have to start over with another rookie quarterback, right? Talk about wasting more money. We be wasting money on that end. When everybody's going to have to get used to, or at least our number one receiver getting used to a new quarterback. So, DK Metcalf, you're going to have to step up this year. Not only physically, but mentally. We all remember what happened with DK Metcalf last year. He got out of that jam. We all heard the story on the offseason, how he got out of that. We knew it was some bullshit. But mentally, you got to be smarter than that and not put yourself in that situation, right? And also on the field, we've seen the mental mistakes also. So DK Metcalf, another year with Aaron Rodgers, I'm really expecting you to step up this year if this is going to happen. Okay? If we're going to make the playoffs again, we're going to keep McCarthy looking like a good coach, and the Steelers with our record of not losing another season, it's very important that DK Metcalf steps up this year, man. That's going to open everybody up. Michael Pittman one-on-one and Jeremy Bernard one-on-one. And I'm so excited to see Jeremy Bernard catch the ball and make moves after the catch. I really think he's going to work well with that. He really is. I can see him having about 600 to 700 yards his first season. Just because I believe Aaron Rodgers is going to fall in love with him. All right? Now, the next guy that needs to step up is Pat Freiermuth, man. Ever since Pat Freiermuth got paid, he ain't really been the guy, has he? Now, is it all his fault? No, it's not. We already talked about the bad OCs last year. Arthur Smith, the worst in Matt Canada. We talked about that. Wouldn't even put the man on the field. But when he put him on the field, he was electric. And you can see it. So, I don't know what the hell was wrong with Arthur Smith, but I'm asking for Pat Freiermuth to step up and be aggressive when it comes to getting the ball. Okay? Now, I'm not sure, but Pat Freiermuth just seems like a guy that's going to fall in line and do what he got to do for the team. But, Pat, I'll need you to step up like you a Hall of Famer, man. And I ain't saying you a Hall of Famer, but you need to get that mentality and say, look, man, this is my team too. I want to be the number one tight end. I want to be the number one target. Because I think you got Kelsey-like skills, Pat Freiermuth. You really do. You move very fluent in your routes. You're very good after the catch, and you catch the ball so seamlessly. I ain't want to say it the first time. I was going to fuck it up. But y'all know what I mean. Some dudes fight the ball when they catch it, and there's other guys that just snag it. They ain't even got to look. And Freiermuth's one of them cats. Freiermuth's a dog, man, and that got to happen this year, man. And last year we blamed it on the coach, but this year I'm putting it on Pat Freiermuth to say, hey, man, give me the ball. I'm open. I'm open. But now, last but not least, though, my boy Boswell got to step up, right? My man Chris Boswell. Why Chris Boswell got to step up? A huge contract for Chris Boswell, man. Highest paid kicker in the league. Okay? And not just the league. What does that say? NFL history, right? NFL history. So you got to be the man. Okay? I don't know about no GOAT, though. I think Gary Anderson got something to say about huge deal for the GOAT. But my boy Boswell was looking a little shaky last year, right? just a little shaky. We seen a little kinks in the armor last year. Field goals 84%, 27 out of 32. I think we expect a little more out of Chris Boswell than that, okay? Extra points, 42 out of 43. We all know he missed a clutch one to keep Baltimore in the game, right? At that last game of the season. But other than that, man, Chris Boswell definitely deserves his money. Franchise records, holds the Steelers franchise record for the most field goals in a single season, which is 41. Longest field goal made, 59, and the longest consecutive field goal streak at 25. Pro Bowls selected in 17 and 24. Accuracy, he's maintained a field goal percentage of 90% or higher in 7 of 11 seasons. All right, last year it was not that. It was 84%. So Chris Boswell, that's also the reason I'm putting you on this gotta step up list if we go to do what we gotta do to make the playoffs again. And I want to make more than the playoffs, man. We got to make things shake. Pittsburgh Big Dog says, old ass A-Rod refused to throw to Muth the ball. Blame him. He barely was on the field. They had Darnell Washington out there a lot. Of course, he was blocking his ass off. Another reason the O-line was top 10. He had a lot to do with that, and we brought that guy, number 71, Pete, in a lot. The extra tackle, we brought him in a lot. So, yeah, hey, I think they did their thing on the O-line. But Freiermuth, well, he just wasn't on the field enough, you ask me. But let's blame A-Rod, right? We're going to blame the whole season on A-Rod. That's why he wanted his $22 million. They're going to blame everything on me. The question is, like you said, Pittsburgh Big Dog, can the Steelers get out of their own division? Can we get out of our own division, man? The Ravens, the Bengals are no longer at the top looking down at us. We won the division last year. We beat the Ravens twice. Joe Burrow was hurt last year. He was unhappy last year. Crybaby and shit. But now they hungry. Neither one of those teams made the playoffs. One of those teams got their coach fired. So everybody's perked up, right? Everybody's ready to go. Everybody's like, yeah, you got Lamar Jackson showing up to OTAs. What is this? What is this? They drafted 2 good wide receivers in Baltimore to go along with Zay Flowers, Jacoby Lane, and Elijah Surratt, who I thought was the best route runner. And that's what Lamar Jackson needed more than anything. He really has never had a route runner, right? That's going to help him. Maybe not right away, but in the next 2 to 3 years for sure. Elijah Surratt, I think he's going to be a number 1 receiver in this league. But yeah, can we get past our division with the Ravens turned up? And the Bengals should be turned up. The Bengals took their draft and went heavy defense, as they should. They still got 2 number 1 wide receivers, and they got Joe Burrow coming back, right? So both of them were supposed to be better than us last year when we had A-Rod. We got A-Rod again. Are we thinking both of these teams are better than us again? Or will the Ravens choke again? Will the Bengals beat the Bungles again? Man, that's going to be tough. 2 hungry teams. This got to be the last year for Zach Taylor if he can't get it done this year. So you know he'll be hungry. And Jesse Minter, the new coaches, are always the hungriest, right? Always the hungriest. So we shall see. And Derrick Henry just won't get old. Just won't get old, man. But we shall see. We shall see. Now, Cleveland. Cleveland's in the doghouse, right, y'all? Cleveland's in the doghouse. And, you know, but Cleveland's up and coming, man. They playing with house money. You never know. We lost to them once last year. We didn't have no receivers in the house, though. I mean, geez. That was terrible. But right now in Cleveland, man, they got bigger problems than to worry about us, right? They got to worry about themselves right now. What do you think, guys? What do y'all think is going to happen, though, man? You got Shedeur Sanders versus Deshaun Watson. It truly looks like that's it. Dylan Gabriel's out of there. And Taylor Green's they're not really thinking about him yet. But the coach did say he was going to find a way to use him, right? And you got to tease that. That makes other teams think, hey, what can this mobile quarterback do? When we get in the red zone, they got a special package for him. We gotta be ready for it, right? But can Shador beat not only Deshaun Watson, the man, but can he beat Deshaun Watson, the money, right? Can he beat Deshaun Watson, the money? Because the money is bigger than the man here in this situation. The money is much bigger than the man in this Deshaun Watson situation. Making a lot of money, and I truly wonder what they're thinking in Cleveland. Now, they got a new coach who loves Shador Sanders. But at the same time, they got an owner that's paying Deshaun Watson a lot of money. And does he want his investment in Deshaun Watson to maybe pay off down to the end, right? Is he going to take that chance and wither away another season with Shador, right? Now, to me, Shador is so blockbuster, there might be a way to get your money back. But that's a lot of money over the years that you've already wasted. 2 Achilles. Think what, he had another knee injury, another lower body injury. But hey, Deshaun Watson was good when he was good. Is everything behind him? But you know one thing, man? It is hard to play football after taking a 2-year hiatus. And for a quarterback to come back after double Achilles and just think you're going to slide in there and be a good quarterback right away for the Cleveland Browns, I don't know about that. While Shador Sanders did play some decent games last year, while every game wasn't great, he played some good games. Against the Steelers, I thought he played very well in that first half. Did he throw a couple crazy interceptions in the second half? Yeah. Unks in the chat says DS is done. I think he's Deshaun Watson, I'm guessing he's talking about. Yeah, I think he might be done. But is the owner going to find out the hard way? That's what we want. That's what we need to know. So, yeah, just wondering if the Steelers can get out of the division, y'all. What y'all think, man? Can the Steelers get past the Ravens, Bengals, and Cleveland again? Again? We talking shit on A-Rod, but he beat Baltimore twice last year. Beat Lamar Jackson twice last year. That he did. All right. Let's move on a little bit to the preseason, man. Preseason's coming up. This is going to be a very fun preseason for us Steelers. You know, I don't think Aaron Rodgers will be very involved in the preseason. What y'all think, man? You think Aaron Rodgers will be involved in the preseason or not? Last year, he didn't play a snap in the preseason, right? That's what Tomlin let him do. Mike McCarthy might have a different look at it, but I kind of doubt it. Because with only 3 preseason games, and I hated this when it happened, and they said they're going to go to 2 preseason games eventually, you don't have enough time to look at what you got, okay? And that's why I think Mason Rudolph ain't going to get a real fair shake. They're probably not going to put him out there much. We got a QB battle, at least for who's going to sit on the bench on the left or who's going to sit on the bench on the right? Between Will Howard and Drew Allard. So, one thing about the preseason, it's going to be a fun preseason, and that's the first thing we're going to be looking at, is our QB battle to see who's going to be the backup this year. Now, I hear a lot of people saying we should keep Mason Rudolph around, find a way to do that, because you want a quality backup, right? But it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough, especially if Will Howard plays well. And the reason I only say is Will Howard, the only reason we're going to bring up his name, because he's the 6th round pick. He's the guy that can get cut. Drew Allard's not getting cut. Okay? There's no way Drew Allard's getting cut. This year, especially. Right? Now, Will Howard, 6th round pick, that's in jeopardy. But Mason Rudolph is an easy cut. Right? That's an easy cut. But you got an old quarterback going on 42. What happens if he gets hurt? Now we got to throw Drew Allard in the game. Right? Because most likely he's going to be named the backup, no matter how he looks probably. But I do think That's what the whole preseason is going to be about. The battle between these two cats, Will Howard and Drew Aller, and I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Can't wait. Aaron Rodgers, take a back seat. Get your reps at practice, but take a back seat. With only 3 preseason games, all I want to see is Drew Aller and Will Howard. Mason Rudolph, we know what it is. You're going to get in there and throw a touchdown, but then you're going to throw a pick. It is what it is. I want to see how mobile Will Howard is. I want to see if Drew Aller is an athlete at all. He just don't look like an athlete to me, Drew Aller. Can anybody give me a comp on Drew Aller? Give me a comp on Drew Aller. Somebody that you see in the NFL that says, Drew Aller, he plays like him. He could be that type of quarterback. Uncle in the chat says, nah, Mason is the only experienced backup the Steelers have. So you say, nah, we got to keep him around, right? Even though he's in the backseat of the Caravan. What do we do, though? You cutting Will Howard, a young Big 12 champion coming out of college, a national champion coming out of college, a national champion MVP coming out of college, throw for 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, rushing yards out the yin-yang? Because you can't cut Drew Aller. You just can't. Unless you want to prove that you wasted that pick, to me, that damn fast. So it's Will Howard or Mason Rudolph. And the way the Steelers is moving, I don't really think they care about the experience at their backup. That's just how they move it. This is what the story is telling me. This is what the picture is telling me. That Mason Rudolph is out of here. Unless Will Howard is just a bum. And I don't know about that, man. Will Howard's more mobile than Drew Aller. And more clutch. I'll tell you that much. We ain't never seen Drew Aller in the clutch. He couldn't handle it in college. So we'll see. Maybe it can be different. Everybody loves his arm. But that's our QB battle this preseason. It's going to be a fun one. Also, we got a battle at running back, right? Who's going to be the starter, y'all? Jaylen Warren has paid his dues here for the organization, but Rico Dowdle is Mike McCarthy's guy. Both bruiser backs, both got a lot of similarity in breaking tackles. Both of them will break the long one. Both of them can catch. So there's a lot of similarities in these two running backs. We know Jaylen Warren is a bruising blocker, right? Bruising blocker. So we'll see what we got out of Rico Dowdle when it comes to blocking. So we'll see what, McCarthy's going to do. But I got a feeling Rico Dowdle is going to be the starter. And Jaylen Warren ain't going to get that chance that he deserves by putting in his dues here with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're both getting paid about the same amount of money. But is it a smart idea to make Jaylen Warren your other running back? Because I hate to call him a backup running back because everybody's running the two-man system these days. You need 2 running backs. Just because you're the second running back don't make you a backup. It means you got a role to play, right? And I think Jaylen Warren is great out of the backfield, man. Yes, sir. Running back committee. Yes, sir. That's what they call it. But we all got love for Jaylen Warren, undrafted free agent that we all fell in love with, never got his chance with Najee Harris around. Gainwell comes last year. He's the MVP at running back. He's getting carries that I think he took away from Jaylen Warren. And it definitely took all his receptions away. So Jaylen Warren should go back to the receiving guy. I think that's what Mike McCarthy's going to do. He's got a chance to have a big year. I had Jaylen Warren as a fantasy football running back last year, and I think he's going to be a better fantasy football running back this year without Kenneth Gainwell on the field. And Rico Dowdle is going to handle first and second down and do him. I think we got a chance to have a really good running back room next year, or this year, I should say, because the O-line played so well last year, like I had to school y'all on. And they're going to do it again. But the other thing that's going to be fun to watch in the preseason this year is offensive line battles, man. Big time offensive line battles everywhere, man. Once again, like I said earlier, will Fontenot be moving to the left? How well will he be on the left? Will they start Max Eharnishaw right away on the right? Will he be your starter day one? Because remember, Broderick Jones was a project also. He didn't start day one. So we'll see. We shall see. We also got Dunker coming in the draft. But Spencer Anderson played well at left guard last year. Does this mean Jennings Dunker, just because he got I want to say mohawk, just because he got a mullet, don't mean you starting right away, bro. Spencer Anderson got something to say about that, right? So big time battles on the O-line this year coming up. And I'm going to love to watch that in the preseason. So far we got a QB battles, we got a running back battle, we got O-line battles everywhere. And we also got DB battles, man. Now, not for any starting positions. I think the starting positions are locked up. Jamil Dean in town, JPJ, of course, is a 1 and 2. Safety, I think Jalen Ramsey should stay there. Elliott's back for the other safety. We got picked up Brisker. He's the safety that could be anywhere at any time in the box. Maybe play some nickel corner. Sante Samuels Jr. And then we drafted 2 other DBs in the draft. Right? So we got a lot of areas that we got covered already. But basically, it's not even going to be a DB battle. It's going to be more of seeing what the DB plan is. Once again, like I said, will Jalen Ramsey be staying at safety? I think that's the smartest move. Will he move up maybe to nickel corner, though, and play in the box? Will he be a box safety now? Or do you leave his Elliott at box safety? You got a lot of moving parts. So that's going to be very interesting if they show their hand, though. They might not show their hand in the preseason, but they got to give us a look somewhere. Somewhere in the preseason. Even if we got to go up to practice, out the training camp, and see what the real deal is with the plan for the DBs. But that's going to be very interesting. And those are the 4 things that's going to be interesting to me in the preseason. The QB battle, see who the backup is, running back battle, O-line battles everywhere, and the DB battle, or the DB plan, I should say, right? The DB plan. All right, let's check up on the game. What's going on in the NBA? It's a lot of Steelers talk we went over, man. Anybody excited about this season like I am, or is Aaron Rodgers just bringing it all the way down like that? Is it that bad? Is it that bad that Aaron Rodgers is back? He does give us a best chance to win, though. Looks like the fourth quarter just got started. Forgot to check a little earlier. It was a blowout from the very beginning. 102-73. Cleveland Cavaliers, the 4th seed, is over the number 1 seed Detroit Pistons, man. Detroit just didn't have it, man. Number 1 seed, regular season. Yeah, but that ain't everything, right? Regular season don't mean nothing when it comes to experience, man. Detroit need another score and a little more experience, man. A little more experience in the playoffs. They let this one get out of hand, and it's pretty much over, man. So it looks like we're going to have Cleveland versus the New York Knicks and the OKC versus the Spurs in the Final Four in the NBA, man. Wow, what classic teams, man. Knicks, Spurs, and then you got 2 upcoming teams in the Cleveland Cavaliers and Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, I know the Oklahoma City Thunder took it last year. They're looking at back-to-back championships. But what I mean by coming up is I still don't think they're a staple in the NBA, OKC, just because of 1 championship, okay? And the Spurs can knock them out of that contention, okay? I think they got a really good chance, the Spurs, of doing that. They beat the OKC Thunder 3 out of 4 times this year. But OKC, this is the playoffs. And like I just said, with Cleveland, the experience stepped up. Would the experience step up? Pittsburgh Big Dog says Detroit overachieved this year. They got to get some scoring. Trade KD or Giannis. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Hey, that KD, man. You get a guy like KD or Giannis, you taking the East. You taking the East. You beating the Knicks. You're taking the East. So it looks like it's going to be Knicks and Cavs in the East. What do we think, man? Cavs, I really like the Cavs. They're scrappy. They got guys that can block the ball. They got guys that can score. James Harden is the letdown to me, though. He's the guy that's going to turn over the ball. He's the guy that's going to shoot you out of the game. So I hate to call a future Hall of Famer the weak link on that team, but when I watch Cleveland, and especially against Detroit, he's the guy that kind of, he kept them in it at times, but he's kind of the guy that messed it up and kept the game got the game to a game 7. Okay? Got the series to a game 7, I should say. With the turnovers and mismanaging the whole offense, period, you ask me. Now the Knicks been balling. Knicks got a little squad. Jalen Brunson, he wants some, man. I think this might be the Knicks year to at least go. At least to go. Okay, so I'm running with the Knicks, man. That's always been my squad. Pittsburgh don't got a team, so I've always ran with the Knicks. Pittsburgh Big Dog says OKC might be at the start of a dynasty, and you're right. But what the Spurs got to say to that? They want to start their own dynasty, man. And my question is Wemby the face of the NBA? Pittsburgh Big Dog, that is my question. And I need to know your answer, man. Make sure y'all check out Pittsburgh Big Dog on SC Sports World coming up Wednesday night, man. Look for him on YouTube. Once again, SC Sports World. My man, Pittsburgh Big Dog. Great show, man. Got a great panel. So, man, what do you think, brother? Harden will choke again in the most important time. Yay, that's what he do. That's what he do. But it's Wemby, the face of the NBA, man. Now, a lot of people say Luka is, but I'm tired of Luka getting hurt. That's just me. I'm tired of Luka getting hurt. So I can't call a guy that gets hurt all the time. They say the best ability is availability. So don't give me that and then tell me you the face of the league. I can't see it. LeBron James is no longer the face of the league. All right? They tried to make Ant-Man the face of the league. He keeps failing the league. He can't get past a certain point. Ant-Man, you blew your chance on the face of the league. Could have took out the Spurs this year. Didn't happen. You could have did what you could have had to do the last few years in the playoffs. You didn't. So to me, I can't think of anybody else but Wemby that's the face of the league. Pittsburgh Big Dog says Wemby's not there yet. Spurs got the experience. Some pain. Interesting. We all know Wemby was talking a lot of shit on OKC. And your boy just picked up MVP today, though, didn't he? SGA's MVP of the league, is he not? Did I see that earlier? Yes, sir. Luka, 30 years old, with 0 MVPs, no championship, and stay in street clothes. Hell yeah. That's Pittsburgh Big Dog in the chat. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So no Luka. SGA, Oklahoma's just too boring for him, and he's too boring to be the face of the league. They just whining about how hell he keep getting to the foul line. Now, they are treating him like he's the face of the league. Because they call a foul every play like they used to do to Jordan, right? And Wemby ain't getting no fouls called. They pushing that boy around, testing his. They say get your weight up, Wemby. But I was proud of Wemby how they came out in that closeout game, that game 6, and just took the motherfuckers out. They just took Minnesota out like they wasn't even fucking there. Pittsburgh Big Dog says, Ant-Man too focused on trying to catch Sean Kemp and Baby Muhammad. Say, yo. And the Timberwolves need to get him some help. Yeah, for sure. Rudy Gobert ain't going to do it. Reed's all right. That Daniels kid tried to step up, but then he disappeared as soon as Ant-Man got back in the lineup. He's kind of always injured too, ain't he? He ain't always in street codes like Luka. He's a little tougher than Luka. He going to get out there, but he ain't 100%. He ain't 100%. Shaq got more MVPs, Pittsburgh Big Dog says, than Shaq. Kobe, Hakeem, Iverson, and Harden. Crazy work. Yes, sir. Back-to-back MVPs, too, man. Shout out to Shaq. Shout out to SGA. Shit, shout out to Oklahoma City, man. If it wasn't the Spurs in a way, I would say they was headed for a back-to-back championship, but we shall see. We shall see. I just don't think the Spurs is no punks. They just ain't no punks. All right, while we got the NBA smoking right here, man, let's talk about LeBron James, man. Is it over for LeBron James? What's up with LeBron James' future, man? Should he stay in LA? Should he go to another team? It's hard for me to say, man. I still enjoy to watch LeBron James. You'll never see another LeBron James again. Even at the age of 41, he still looks good when he plays. He's still fun to watch. Does he win? Hell no. Is he the third best player on this team? Probably so. Still a fun watch, though. Anywhere he goes, he's going to have to be the third leg, and I think he's accepting that. And I'm cool with that. Anywhere LeBron goes, he can immediately makes them contenders, though. He doesn't have to be the number one, option on a basketball team to make them very good. As a third option, LeBron makes a team very, very good. So I'm not mad at LeBron if he goes somewhere else. It's going to be hard to move out of LA, though. And where else you going to go? And who's going to pay you $50 million, bro, to be the third leg? Come on. Who's going to pay you $50 million to be the third leg? Not too many teams are going to do that. Cleveland's in the Eastern Championship. They don't need you back. New York's in the Eastern Conference Championship already. They don't need you, even though you would make them easily. You'd probably take it if you went to New York. You could have did that years ago, but now they straight. So I just think the only team that's going to pay you, LeBron, is the Lakers. The same team that put your son on the team. So just pay them homage, hang around, sell tickets for the Lakers as long as you can, and make you $50 million a year. That's what I would do. That's what I do. And the chat says, Braun ain't done yet. Braun was never third option. Woo, disrespectful to have Aston over him. Hey. That's what they did, though. I mean, he's the greatest third option ever. But even he said it, man. I'm not the number one option. He said he was the third option. It wasn't me. He gave it up to Reeves, and he gave it up to Luka. And you see what happened when he was the number one option. They got swept, bro. The proof's in the pudding, man. When you get swept, that ain't a good look. You needed Luka. You needed some help. You got swept, bro. You need some help, LeBron. My bad, but I fucks with you, LeBron. But you need some help. At 41, we all need help at 41, dog. Ain't no milk gonna help you. It's too late. If you ain't drink the milk yet, at 41, that part ain't gonna help you. That part ain't gonna help you. All right, let's get around the league a little bit, man. Let's see what's up around the league. Get back into the NFL real quick. I don't want to go there, even though my man Jeremy Bernard, man, like I said, I'm looking for Deebo Samuels type stuff out of Jeremy Bernard. Let's get into something that's maybe disrespectful. Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. Basically, they saying it's a little disrespectful that Cam Ward, the number one overall pick last year, has 0 primetime games 2 years into his career. Is that disrespectful? I'm not sure. I mean, first of all, you went to Tennessee. Not the most glorified team in the NFL. Then everybody knew you didn't have no wide receivers. They kind of knew, like I knew, you wasn't going to do much. You wasn't going to do much. And it came to fruition, he didn't do much. So why in year 2 would I put this man on primetime when you ain't slinging that thing around? Now, I know you got Carnell Tate on your squad now. We shall see. But we waiting for next year to put you on primetime, son. You play for the Tennessee Titans. Nobody expects anything from you. And you don't really have nobody to throw the ball to. And you didn't perform well last year on your own. You didn't wow us, man. I mean, did you see any wow moments from Cam Ward? This is the most quiet first round in the first pick in the draft I ever seen in my life. Swear to God. The most quiet first pick in the draft I ever seen in my life. So is this disrespectful? No, it's not. No, it's not. I would have not put Cam Ward on primetime either. There's no way I'm putting Cam Ward on primetime. I'm just not. Do I want to see Cam Ward play? Yeah. If I catch him on a Sunday afternoon, whatever like that, cool. But primetime, I can't be mad at the NFL for not wanting Cam Ward on primetime. Proof's in the pudding. Proofs in the pudding. Now, what I do want to see in prime time is these jerseys right here. Let me get into it. Why? Because I was seeing a little something on the internet that made me think, hey, there's a good chance they could be bringing these jerseys back. Let's see.
I don't even remember.
It gotta be Dallas, New York. Dallas, New York.
Monday, October 26th, Cowboys versus Eagles, 8:15 p.m.
Wow.
That must be.
That's at home.
That's a home game. That must be Kelly Green right there.
Kelly Green.
That's a
Sure.
Kelly Green game. 8:15.
Kelly
Monday
Green.
nights. 2 Monday night games.
Do you like the Kelly Green better or all black?
I need the white Kelly Green.
You got the white Kelly Green.
That's real throwback.
You got the power to change that, Mr. Rich.
All right, so you hear it. I don't know if you heard it all the way, but let's play it again.
Green right there.
Kelly Green.
That's a
Sure.
Kelly Green game. 8:15. Monday nights. 2 Monday night games.
Do you like the Kelly Green better or all black?
I need the white Kelly Green.
You got the white Kelly Green.
That's real throwback.
You got.
All right, so that's the Eagles players having a meeting. Jalen Hurts is in that meeting. And that's Saquon Barkley saying, let's get them Kelly Greens out for the Cowboys game. And he said, Jalen Hurts said, I'd rather pull out the white Kelly Greens, bruh. Them white Kelly Greens. And you know what? There's no lies detected. Cam Ward will make a big jump this year. Oh, okay, Pittsburgh big dog. I'm going to remember that. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I'm not mad at Cam Ward. I think he's a good player. I was mad how Tennessee drafted him with no ammo, though. So I am a Cam Ward fan. Cornell Tate, help my man step up. But back to these jerseys, man. They got to do it, man. These is one of the illest jerseys in NFL history. So Jalen Hurts is right, man. Forget the Kelly Green. Bring back them white Kelly Greens right here, bro. I mean, this Randall Cunningham jerseys, easily one of the best jerseys ever printed. Ever. So, yeah, I would love to see the Eagles. As much as I hate the Eagles, I would love to see the Eagles come out against the Cowboys in this Kelly Green right here. Pittsburgh Big Dog says Titans had open door more on the line. Their line was trash and had no wide receivers. You're right. He got set the fuck up. He definitely got set all the way up. So, but, putting that team, period. It ain't even about disrespecting Cam Ward. Putting that team on primetime ain't happening, bro. And, that's all I was saying. But, yeah, let's bring these Kelly White jerseys back, dog. That shit would be ill, bro. All right. So one more thing, man, before we get out of here. Let me make sure we got to check out a couple things here. This is how I knew Aaron Rodgers was coming back. This was whole last year. But I knew Aaron Rodgers was coming back just because he just fell in love with this team, man. Let's like Aaron Rodgers, what he did for his O-lineman at Christmas last year. You don't do this shit right here for your O-lineman and then don't come the fuck back. Look at these bad motherfuckers, yo. And I know he got some bread. But still, you don't do this. You don't make this investment and not come back. Y'all can be mad all y'all want. Appreciate it. Ooh, shit. See, that's my dude right there.
All right, let's take him on a joyride.
Bro. Now that's love, man. Sorry, you be mad at A-Rod all you want, but that's love. I'm mad my man Darnell Washington didn't get one though. You gotta add him to the O-line last year. I'm mad about that. He should have got one. He should have been in that picture. Yeah, for sure. But let's check out Adrian Peterson's son, man. Y'all down with Adrian Peterson's son? It's crazy right here. Let's check it out.
What in the Adrian Peterson is that? What was that? Look at the cuts. Excuse me. Adrian Peterson's son stole his whole flow. Except here's the craziest part. He is now primarily a wide receiver, and he's even better at that position. He is 14 years old, and he's already making plays like that. 6'1", 175, and the route running already looks crisp. Look at him dust that defensive back. And by the way, if you want to stay updated in the football world, make sure you're following. I could have sworn I was just drafting Adrian Peterson in fantasy football, and now his son looks like the next Jamar Chase. He has received an offer from the University of Miami at age 14. He might end up being a 6'5" running back receiver hybrid. I just can't believe after how good he looked at running back, he goes, let me try out receiver, and he might be even better there. This is a future star in the making. What in the Adrian Peterson is that? What was that?
All right, y'all seen it, man. I had to say, 14 years old, already going to Miami, baby. You know, but they doing that these days. But Adrian Peterson's son, looking tough. Looking tough, man. 6'1", 175 pounds, already got that pedigree, man. You know he's going big places. And hey, I'm rooting for him, man. That's your boy. You know, back in the day, Adrian Peterson put belt the ass on that boy. Hey, and that's what you're supposed to do, god damn it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta put the belt the ass to a little, especially a little strong, little cocky, little go-getter type dude. You gotta put belt the ass, bro. You got one of them dudes that's real aggressive, like a George Pickens type of cat. You gotta put belt the ass. Calm that boy down. But yeah, 6'1", 175 pounds at 14? What are we talking about? The boy pro ready. We did some dudes in the NFL. That ain't 175 pounds, bruh. So yeah, that's crazy. But hey man, we gonna get out of here in a minute, man. I appreciate everybody in the chat, man, kicking it with me. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit the like button and all that stuff like that. Support the channel, man. Underground 2525. Looks like the Cleveland Cavaliers is locking things up. Like we said, 114 to 80. Oh, this is embarrassing. Them boys just quit. And Detroit's at the crib, man. That ain't good. That's gonna be a big story tomorrow. For sure. Yeah, man. I'll be back Tuesday night. Y'all know that. With the freestyle show, we'll probably get into Maxie Horner Shore, like I said. We're getting a couple other battles we got going in the training camp, and a couple guys that I think that Mike McCarthy is going to turn into better players, okay? So stay tuned for that. Y'all know how I get down, man. I'll be uploading stuff on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, all that good stuff, man. I appreciate y'all showing up, man. We out of here, man. It's the Underground Sports Show. We're going to keep digging, and we out of here, baby. Ow, it's the Underground. Once again, appreciate y'all showing up, man. See y'all Tuesday night. It's the Underground Sports Show.
Go dig.
We out of here, man. Y'all stay safe. Do what you got to do. And I'll see y'all next time. Yeah. Keep digging. Keep digging. Keep digging. Go deep. It's the Underground. Yeah. Keep digging. Keep digging. keep digging, go deep, it's the underground. Yeah, keep digging, go deep, it's the underground. Yeah, keep digging, go deep, it's the underground. Go deep, yeah, it's the underground. Drop a bomb, yeah, everybody get down. Matter of fact, yeah, it's a touchdown. Get jiggy, yeah, in the end zone. Yeah, ask your girl, I'm in the friend zone. First down, yeah, I'm in the red zone. Can't stop this, you better watch this. Call into the show, talk your shit. Keep digging, go deep, it's the underground. Yeah, keep digging, go deep, it's the underground. Yeah, keep digging,